Welcome once again to the new Spanish Academy. This is another Spanish freestyle lesson where I freestyle a lesson for you. I just come up on the spot a phrase that you will really need. And also what's great about this is that these are not the type of phrases that they're gonna teach you in a normal Spanish course, but these are very normal common words. So this is really cool, and I would have, how do I put it? If I was a beginner or if I was learning Spanish, I would have loved to learn these words. So if you already know some Spanish, sometimes you just don't know these words. And if you're new, even better. All right, so the new Spanish Academy, la nueva Academia de Español. This is Spanish Freestyle Lessons. We learn more Spanish here. And today's phrase is not like a set phrase, but it's an expression rather, okay? And it is me da cosa. Right. Interesting, right? So basically in the previous video I gave you the expression hacer caso, right? So basically hacer caso is believing or doing what somebody says, right? So somebody says, for example, 1st of April, right? It is the 1st of April, so not now, but I'm just giving an example. It is the 1st of April and somebody says something ridiculous and you say, no hagas caso, don't believe in it, don't fall for it, all right? Or for example, your teacher says something and you have to hacer caso, you have to do as they tell you. So it can be like doing as they say or believing what you're being told, or not believing or not doing as you are being said or told, okay? So in case you had a doubt on what it meant, now you have it. And if you haven't seen the video, go and check it out. And it, I have a ton of examples, and sometimes when I explain the explanations which should describe something, make it more confusing because I give you so many other examples and go in depth, but then we go out of it and go back to the core word of the day. Okay, so why do I bring up this previous lesson? Because I don't always do that. Now there is some similarity. If you have seen our general course, is basically the course where I go through a little bit of everything, or a lot of everything maybe. And you probably have heard hace frío, it is cold. In Spanish we say it does cold, right? Hace frío, okay? But we also can say me da frío, all right? It gives me cold, all right? So right now it gives me cold. Ahora, right now me da frío. In Spanish we don't say now, we say ahora me da frío. Right now it gives me cold. Or you can say ahora hace frío. Now it does cold. In some place it does cold. I'm not there, but it does cold. Allá hace frío. It does cold over there. Alright, cold as in the weather, okay? Not as in calling somebody. I guess maybe sometimes let me put it like this, so you get it. So you get it, because then I'm thinking, do they think I mean cold or cold? What? I mean cold. Alright, so that's what goes through my mind when I teach you and I think, maybe, do they really get what I'm saying? Or for example, aquí, here, hace calor. It does warm or warmth. Warmth, maybe. It is warm, alright. Hace calor. So we have hace frío, it does cold. Hace calor, it does warm. Allá, there, hace frío. Aquí, here, aquí, hace calor. Now, ahora me da frío, or we can say ahora me da miedo, is I'm scared. Me da sueño, it means I'm sleepy. Or we can say me da calor, it gives me warmth. Alright, so now there is a similarity here, because we're talking about, let's say, in the general course you can see there are several examples we can use. it gives me cold, it gives me warmth, it gives me sleepy when you're getting sleepy, it gives me fear, and several other things, right? And we can express it like this: it gives me, or it does. Now, yesterday's or the previous videos example was to do a case, to do believe in somebody, right? Hacer caso is like doing case, but it doesn't make any sense in English, but the essence of it is like believing in somebody. So we say hacer caso, all right? So maybe it helps you remember all of this with this. But me da, it gives me cosa, not caso, gives me cosa. It means what? Damn, we're still not even in the meaning of today's video. You just go around the topic, man. Why do you do that? Well, we repeat and find connections here and there. It's a freestyle lesson, but the meaning of it gives me cosa, it gives me cosa, it gives me, so me, it gives me cosa. It means me da thing. It gives me thing. What? You really mean that? What are you trying to teach me, man? What is this? It gives me thing. What gives you thing and why? Makes no sense whatsoever. All right. Well, this simply means it feels weird. It feels weird. It feels weird to say hi to that person or to ask for something that, I don't know, doing that thing me da cosa. All right? Me da cosa. All right? Talking to her me da cosa. Going to the ghost room in the theme park me da cosa. All right? So whatever that feels maybe uncomfortable or that weird, unusual, or maybe you're gonna make a call for something. Let's say you need help and you have not called this person for years and now you have to call it and you are like, oof, calling this person right now, me da cosa. It gives me thing. All right? Gives me thing in English doesn't mean anything, but when you say it in Spanish, it means you feel a little bit uncomfortable. It can, depending on the context, you will feel the context as you hear it, as you hear somebody say it, you will understand if they mean weird or uncomfortable, right? Or what else did I say? All right, it's just a little bit weird, it feels a little bit uncomfortable, maybe unusual. All right, something like this. That's what it means, me da cosa. It gives me thing. All right. So let's say you are an actor and you're very shy and it's time to step on stage and you don't know how to do it and you say me da cosa, or you haven't said something in front of people and you're like, oh, me da cosa. Or recently, actually, the idea of doing this video today, actually, it came from a short video that I saw online, and basically it was this person who had a show regarding football, the sport, soccer, football, and somebody said, why don't you ask Messi, which is a football player, to follow you on Instagram? So this guy, he's a famous blogger, streamer or something, and he's like, ooh, I have spoken with him just doing an interview, but just asking him to follow me, me da cosa. Feels a little bit weird to ask him that, So basically that's how I got the idea today to make this video, and I thought this is a great thing to show you guys. All right, So let's say that you have friends that speak Spanish because they are from a Spanish-speaking country, and they said, I hear you've been learning Spanish, show us. And you can say right away, me da cosa. If it's a little bit uncomfortable, a bit weird, because you are used to speaking English with them, and now you're gonna show your skills in Spanish, and you're not so sure about it, and you say, me da cosa. Me da cosa. Alright, don't you think that's a nice phrase? Right, so it gives me cosa, it gives me thing, it feels weird, okay? Me da cosa. Hacer eso, to do that, me da cosa. Decir eso, to say that, me da cosa. Hablar con ella, to speak with her, me da cosa. Or decírselo, me da cosa. So I added this phrase right now as I'm freestyling this lesson, decírselo, since it follows this sentence here. Talking to her, decírselo. Saying it to her, saying to her it, decírselo. Alright? You don't want to tell it to her or to him? No quiero decírselo. I don't want to say it to him or to her. If you are talking to me, and you don't want to say it to me, then you say, basically, no quiero decírtelo. I don't want to say it to you. No quiero decírtelo. No quiero decírselo. You see, this is to her or to him. This is to you. Te. You see here? Te, because it's saying it to you. Se, it's saying it to him or her. Alright? Now, no quiero decírselo porque me da cosa. Because it gives me the thing. Feels a bit weird. Alright? So, me da cosa. I think I got the message across. I hope so. Me da cosa. The first time I ever did a lesson, language lesson, actually, it was another language in another country. And I was in the university. And what I did, basically, I set up a sign. I spoke with some students that just had arrived. And I told them, you want to learn the language? There is this school. It's a local school. It costs this much. And then there is this other school that costs half the price. So whoever's interested, you can just follow me. I'm going to bring you there. So I brought a group of students. They were all from, basically we were doing similar programs. And as we enter the class, they say, who is the teacher? I say, I am the teacher. You want to continue? And some of them, they felt, me da cosa. Feels a bit weird that you're going to teach us. But the fact is that I could also say like this, me da cosa. I feel a little bit uncomfortable. I feel a little bit insecure to bring them to this new lesson. And it was all legit. It was all true. I told them. Same schedule as the official school from, the local authorities or school, because there was a school that was teaching the language. And then I said, there is this other school, this other like underground school, half the price, just as many hours, just as many days, but even better. And I delivered. Some came, this group came. I had the room, the classroom, and one person said, really, you're going to teach? And he left. Later on, he said, I'm sorry. Sorry for doing that. Sorry for embarrassing you, maybe, but you know what? I didn't feel embarrassed because I am like that. My students, classmates, they were very satisfied and they learned a lot. But you could easily think like this: me da cosa. Felt weird to tell them, I'm gonna be your teacher. And maybe for them it felt weird. Oh, am I gonna stay here? Is he gonna teach me? Really? I barely know him. I know we just came here. We all started university and he's all of a sudden gonna teach us. Why is he doing that? Craziness. Has to be a Latin guy, right? So, me da cosa feels a bit uncomfortable, a bit weird, but we are saying it gives me a thing, me da cosa. And if you're gonna say it to somebody else, or you're talking about somebody else, you say a ella, to her, le da cosa. Alright? A ti, to you, te da cosa. Alright? So we change this depending on who is feeling this. Alright? Me da cosa, te da cosa is you. Let me put in order like this. Le da cosa is him or her. And then we have us. So here we have here us. Nos da cosa, os da cosa, you guys, and les da cosa to them, or you guys in Latin America is les da cosa. I think we covered it. It's very simple, but we go in depth. I give you examples and maybe you catch another thing or two on the way. Alright, so another amazing lesson. Thanks a lot. This is La Nueva Academia de Español, the new Spanish Academy with Spanish freestyle lessons. Alright, a concept made up by me. So thanks a lot. See you in our next video.